Most golfers are wasting their time on the range and they don't even know it. Welcome back, golfers, to Sam Roberts Golf. In today's video, we're going to look at how to have a productive range session. If you like golf and golf-related content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe, as it helps a lot more than you think. All right, let's dive into it. The first mistake a lot of golfers have is not showing up with a plan of practice. Now, you don't just want to show up and hit your driver for 45 minutes straight. You're not going to get anything out of it. Instead, you want to show up with a plan, show up with what drills you want to work toward, show up with alignment rods, aim for targets out there, work on a specific part of your game rather than just coming to hit golf ball after golf ball after golf ball. What's really going to help you get better is having a plan and working towards that plan then as well. Once you actually get to the range, it is important to start with a proper warm-up before you just start blasting ball after ball with driver. So what you want to do is stretch first. And one good stretch I like to do to get loosened up is I'll take an alignment rod and I'll twist it like this to kind of get my arms and wrists loosen up. Even then, I just got it to pop a little bit. Same thing with the left. Do that a few times. And then I will do some back stretches as well. Then, once you actually start hitting golf balls, you want to start with your lowest club, work your way up your bag. Don't start with the driver. You're just going to hurt yourself. I promise you that. So what you want to do is take your most lofted wedge, and let's say you're working on driver. You don't have to hit every single club in your bag. You can skip a few along the way, but you definitely want to start with the closest clubs and then work your way out. That develops a little more confidence in hitting it straight because you're more likely to hit a shorter shot straight. But then it also just helps you get loosened up and get ready to hit driver then as well. The next key that I will say is to focus on quality rather than quantity. You can hit 200 okay-ish shots, or you can hit 45 decently planned, know what target you're going for shots. When you're out on the golf course, you never just step up to the ball and just randomly hit it. You always have a plan in mind where you want to actually hit it. So you should treat your range sessions just like you would you're out on the course. You want to focus on getting the most out of each shot. Especially because you don't have unlimited golf balls. You want to get as much as you can from the basket that you get. So for each shot, having a pre-shot routine, the same as what you'd have on the golf course, is important. So you get back behind it, line it up, step up to it, and then hit. Then you want to repeat that for the next shot, lining up pretty close to where your divot just was too. So you come back behind it again, do whatever pre-shot routine you do, come up to it, take a practice swing if you want, and then hit. This builds confidence in your swing. This builds confidence in your pre-shot routine. Everything you do out on the course will have astronomical gains from doing that same routine in practice rather than just hitting golf ball after golf ball after golf ball with the same club for 200 balls. Once you get loosened up, get through the bag and just feel loose and ready to hit some more, mix up which clubs you use, mix up what targets you're aiming for on the range. So if I were hitting, I would aim a few at the 100 marker, then the 150, then the 200. You can simulate playing holes on the range as well. So if I have an important tournament coming up that I'm hitting the range for and I'm kind of practicing, just getting some shots in, trying to fix my swing a little bit, I will take, once I get loosened up, I'll take a ball and I'll take my driver and I will actually prepare like I am on the course. So let's say for this one I'm playing hole 1 at Highland. What I'll do is I'll step back behind it and I will imagine my fairway as between the left marker and between the right marker up there. Then I will step up, aim to the target, and then hit. Now that one I sliced a little bit, so we won't talk about that. Learn how to fix your slices here. Anyway, that one went about 230-ish, 240-ish. And because of that, I know that hole 1 is about 380, I believe. So that means I have about 140 remaining. So what I'll do is I'll grab my next club. And this is the important part. You want to keep simulating playing that hole, because then that builds confidence once you're actually out there. You know what distance you're probably going to need. and you know what club you're probably going to hit. So now I have that set up, and I have about 140 remaining. I'll aim at the 150, so if it's on that line, I know it's good. And then I will step up and hit just like I do on the course. Now that one I pulled a little left, but it went the right distance. That means I would be around the green, if not on the green, when I actually step out onto the course. That just builds that confidence, especially going into the first tee of a golf course. You want to know, and you want to step up to that first hole with confidence that you're going to come out with a good score. If, let's say, you had a couple bad shots as you're simulating the holes, you can always go back, re-hit it, and then replay the holes then as well. But it's important to know those distances. Another key aspect is, especially if you're beginning, you want to keep track of how far you hit each club. So let's say you're a beginner golfer, you may not know what all of your distances look like with all of your clubs. So as you come to the range, bring a notebook, or you can also write it down in your phone, and just take 3 to 4 shots with each club where you're going through full swing and seeing how far the ball actually goes. So for this one, this should go about 70 to 80 yards full swing. That was a good line, solid contact. It went probably 80-ish yards. It's important to know those distances because if you're playing out in the course, you need to know what club to hit in what situations. You need to know how far you can go with each club, and especially if you're beginning out, bring a notebook, bring your phone, write it down so you know what clubs to hit when. Now, if you're more of an advanced golfer, let's say you have a launch monitor, this is also where you can figure out your exact carry distance. So if you play some tougher courses, may have some water hazards, bunkers that you need to get over, whatever else you may have, you know, you can take an average of what your carry distance is, so you know exactly how far you have rather than kind of estimating based off of where the yardage signs are as well. Another way to get more out of your range sessions is to practice not from a perfect lie every single time. So a lot of times golfers will come up and put it on the best piece of grass every time only because you can on the range. However, when you're playing, or especially if you're in a tournament, you won't be able to move it out of a divot, out of a little mark. You just won't be able to move it, especially if it's playing down. So what you have to do is put yourself in some tough lies. So I'll even try to hit out of a divot every once in a while, just to still get that feeling of how to hit it out of this type of situation. And what you'll find is the ball reacts a lot differently if you hit it out of a divot compared to hitting it off of grass, which makes sense. You can't really compress the ball as much. The club kind of bounces a little differently off the dirt. There's a lot of different variables that factor into actually hitting out of a divot. And finally, you want to end each club on at least one good shot, if not multiple in a row. That really helps build confidence. That way you know your last swing going into the bag was a great swing. If you run out of range balls, I apologize. Sometimes that does happen, but hey, it is what it is. So if I were hitting this, and let's say I'd been hitting this for a while, I'd say, okay, the next one that I hit good, I'm gonna end on. Now, this is all up to your own discretion too. This takes a lot of trust in yourself, a lot of trust in your ability. You have to know how you hit it. You have to know what is a good shot. But if you hit it good, you could be like, okay, yeah, that was a good shot. I think I'm done with this club now. Let's move on to the next one. Especially if you had been working on that club for a while. Like let's say you're having issues with your 7-iron, 6-iron, and you'd been hitting it over and over and you finally hit some good ones in a row there at the end. You accomplished what you were setting out to do. So end on a good shot, put the club away, move on to the next one, and get ready to play out on the course. Overall, the range is a great place to develop your game as long as you actually know what you're doing to help develop your game. Rather than just step up to the range and hit ball after ball and try to get lucky with one swing thought here or there, focus on what you need to improve, have a game plan coming in, and really hone in on your shot, your swing path, whatever you need to focus on, as you're there at the range, because if you focus on it, it will make you a better golfer and will improve your swing as well. If this video helps you, please make sure to like and subscribe, because as I mentioned earlier, it helps a lot more than you think. Stay safe and stay healthy. We'll see you next time.